from Fox 39, WQRF-TV Rockford, and your home team. Eyewitness News at 9 starts now.
The holiday season is in full swing. How one state line police department teams up to give back. The lives of children and their families were changed today. Over 20 kids were officially adopted. And some Thanksgiving feasts took place just a few days early. A local organization works to ensure that everyone has a Thanksgiving meal this year. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. A Janesville family is without a home after a fire Friday night. Janesville Fire and Police responded to a house in the 1500 block of Bennett Street around 10:30 p.m. When they arrived, they found fire and smoke coming from the house. Firefighters were able to put out the flames quickly. No one was hurt. The family is being assisted by the Red Cross. Damages are estimated at about $30,000. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Some of our local first responders were at Aldi for their annual food drive. The Feed the Need drive is put on by the Belvedere Police Department and volunteers in police service. They're collecting non-perishable items, canned goods, and cash donations. The money is used to shop for turkeys and hams this holiday season. These items are donated to 5 local organizations to distribute.
We have our volunteers here helping, which is always fun, and I love being out and interacting with the public. And the fun part is beyond this is when we get to deliver all the food to everybody, so that's great.
The volunteers will continue their food drive at other stores. November is Adoption Awareness Month. Today marks the 18th annual National Adoption Day. Families gathered at the Winnebago County Criminal Justice Center as 23 children got their adoptions finalized. Our Nicole Delgado was there.
I have waited 4 years for my little girl, and today was our day.
Families gathered together in finalizing adopting a new member into the family. Adoptive parent Chris Lannon tells me Miracle is the 7th adoptive child added to the Landon family, making Chris the mother of 10 children. She says she is so happy this day is finally here, and it was all worth the wait.
She's been ours since day one. Last week I've been nervous, I've been excited because it's taken so long, but right now I'm just relieved and glad we finally did it, and she's ours.
Foster care program manager from Children's Home and Aid, Noelle Schamberger, tells me there is a total of 421 children that have been adopted into permanent loving families over the past 18 years in Winnebago County, celebrating National Adoption Day.
Today is important because these kids weren't able to have the opportunity to be able to go home, but they're getting a forever home.
Noelle says the big need is adoptive parents for preteens and teenagers. There's an estimate of 117,000 children in foster care that are ready for adoption.
But really, that's an age where you can make a big impact on youth and a difference in their lives.
Chris believes all 23 of these children have a family they can count on and give them what they need. Chris hopes others are inspired to adopt a child too.
Hoping people do get inspired by it and see that it is rewarding. It's very rewarding, and I hope they look at that part of it, you know.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Nicole Delgado.
It's the season for giving, and one local organization wants to provide a holiday meal to members of the community. The Kendall Sherman Foundation held their 5th annual Community Thanksgiving Dinner this afternoon. The free meals were provided at the Northwest Community Center. They also gave away boxes of food, including all of the Thanksgiving sides to be cooked the day of.
We do recognize that often people can fall on hard times, and it becomes difficult to purchase the supplies and the food necessary for a Thanksgiving dinner. And so with that, we just want for everyone to be able to do that for their families. The best way to do that is for us to assist in supplying what they need.
The organization hosted a drive-through dinner during the pandemic, so they enjoyed getting back to sitting down and sharing a meal. A State Line store is doing their part to reduce and eliminate single-use plastics. Earth is a zero-waste store located on Jefferson Street in Rockford. They had their grand opening today. Everything they sell is natural, eco-friendly, compostable, or biodegradable. The owner says it's part of a larger movement.
The more I think about it, I think that it is a movement that a few of us are doing throughout the entire world. There are a lot of zero waste stores that are popping up throughout the whole country. You will see them more in like bigger cities. So I thought that's why it would be really important to start building one, close to our home.
Last Friday's soft opening sold out. If you're looking for a Christmas tree, you can pick one up while giving back. The Retired Men's Club at the YMCA is holding their annual Christmas tree sale. The tree lot opened today in the Highcrest Shopping Center. It'll be open 7 days a week. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year, with all proceeds going to the Y. Last year's sale raised $14,000. The club hopes to top that this year. The GOP's potential class of 2024 presidential hopefuls are in Las Vegas this weekend at the Republican Jewish Coalition's leadership meeting. Several prominent Republicans taking to the stage to discuss the future of the Republican Party. Here's Rachel Scott with the details.
The battle for the Republican nomination is already taking shape. This weekend, potential 2024 candidates crossing paths at the Republican Jewish Coalition's annual leadership meeting.
We must unite our party around a bold, optimistic agenda that offers a clear choice and lays a lasting foundation for victory in 2024 and beyond.
Nearly 2 weeks after the midterm election, Republicans acknowledging it was far from the red wave they were hoping for. Some placing the blame on former President Donald Trump. At least 30 of his hand-picked candidates lost.
A party that has lost the popular vote in 7 out of the last 8 presidential elections, and that couldn't even beat Joe Biden, is desperately in need of a course correction.
What I've been calling this lately is the choice for the Republican Party between the party of me and the party of us.
Others insisting candidate quality matters.
I got a great policy for the Republican Party. Let's stop supporting crazy, unelectable candidates in our primaries and start getting behind winners that can close the deal in November.
This Republican gathering comes just days after Donald Trump announced his 3rd bid for the White House. The former president choosing not to attend, instead addressing the crowd virtually.
But we've always known that 2022 was not the end, only the beginning of the battle to save our country.
Meanwhile, Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis, considered by some to be a rising star in the Republican Party, has not indicated whether he plans to run in 2024, but he will address the Jewish Coalition in person in the coveted Saturday evening time slot.
As Democrats and Republicans push immigration reform, the reality of quickly passing a bipartisan bill is slim, with both parties having different priorities. Senator Dick Durbin says he's ready to work with Republicans and get it done. He's pushing to pass permanent protections for the hundreds of thousands of migrants brought to the U.S. as children. But Republicans say addressing the border crisis starts with changing the policies on the border.
That's where they go immediately, is amnesty for people here illegally. We ought to be serious about securing the border.
We have to do something and do it soon so that the situation at the border does not get worse.
Durbin says Congress needs to act quickly if they want to pass a bipartisan bill before the new Republican-led House takes over in January. Residents in the Northeast are digging out from the historic snowstorm that's paralyzed areas surrounding Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. And even more is expected in the coming days. The storm has dumped up to 6 feet of snow in some areas, with Buffalo bearing the brunt of it. The massive snowfall has caused at least 3 deaths. Even the plows are having some trouble. Some football fans even helped Bills players dig out so they could make their game tomorrow against the Cleveland Browns. The NFL moved the game from Buffalo to Detroit because of the weather.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, it's been another cold day today, and it was even colder when you factored in a lot of the wind that we had. Temperatures only made it into the upper 20s for a lot of us. 28 here in Rockford, the high temperature, 26 in Freeport, 25 in Monroe and out in Galena. Those temperatures, though, factoring in the wind, felt a lot colder than that. And with those winds, they were gusting close to 40 miles an hour throughout much of the day, or at least close to that with our maximum wind gusts that we had. And so when you factor in the wind, temperatures felt like they were in the single digits and in the teens throughout the entire day, and it's only going to get colder later on tonight. We had some cloud cover and some lighter snow showers earlier on, but now our SkyTrack camera out there downtown Rockford, that's sponsored by Window World, showing a little bit more of those clearing skies getting the way in there, and those clear skies allowing temperatures to fall fairly quickly. Those clear skies also evident here on satellite and radar. Notice not really much going on as we get further and further out to the west. Those clear skies allowing temperatures to fall fairly quickly. We had a little bit of those snow showers earlier today, but nothing nearly as significant as what they have seen. A little bit further out to the east across the other side of the Great Lakes, including here in Buffalo. This is a radar loop over the last 2 days. 2 whole days that they have seen these lake effect snow showers that have been just bombarding them. Plenty of snow, and even some areas that we were picking up 5 and 6 inches of snow per hour. That's a lot of snow basically just being hit by snowballs at that point falling from the sky. Totals were up close to 6 feet of total snow in some areas just over the last couple of days. That main focus was just to the south of Buffalo. And just to put this a little bit more into some comparison, here in Rockford over the last 2 seasons, we have only seen 58 inches of snowfall. We're in Orchard Park, their highest snow total, 77 inches. Just in the last 2 days. Now, we have seen nothing as significant as what we have out there, but we do still have to deal with some bitterly cold temperatures tonight. We're falling down to 11 degrees, decreasing clouds. Those clear skies will allow those temperatures to fall, and wind chills down below 0 in some spots. And tomorrow afternoon, we do warm up pretty quickly underneath a lot of sunshine, winds coming back out of the southwest. A bitterly cold start, but we do work back up into the low 30s for our afternoon high. So if we go futurecast here, we see those clear skies. A little bit of that cloud cover passing overnight tonight, but early into the day tomorrow, we're back up into the 30s for the afternoon, and we stay fairly quiet over the next couple of days. Not really a whole lot. Another couple of systems could pass, but because of how dry it is, not expecting any precipitation here in the short term. With those wind chills, though, it's a big factor. We're going to be down below 0 throughout much of the early part of the morning, warming up pretty quickly, though, once the sun comes up, and we're getting back up into those temperatures the next couple of days as well. A lot closer to average for the early part of the week, back up close to the mid-40s for that working its back way through. So the next thing we have to talk about is another weather system that's going to be coming in for the middle of the week. We're fairly mild with a very mild jet stream working in, but stormier conditions coming in. So still some question marks to be answered, but something we'll be keeping an eye on as we trend into the end of next week. So here we go, 7-day forecast. A lot of sunshine over the next couple of days, warming into the mid-40s. And then we have to keep an eye on that weather system for Thanksgiving and potentially impacting any holiday travel going forward.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The semifinals of the IHSA football playoffs are in the books. We had 4 of our local teams in the hunt to start the day. First, we'll take you to Freeport for the highly anticipated game between 2 NUIC rivals. The Lena Winslow Panthers and the Forreston Cardinals, both looking to punch their ticket to Champaign. Lena Winslow started rolling in the second quarter. Gunnar Lobdell on the carry makes his way to the edge and in for the diving touchdown, 14-0 Panthers. Later in the second, Gage Dunker finds a hole, and, well, that's just too easy. That score makes it 22-0 to end the first half. Now to the third, and I think you can guess what comes next, folks. Lobdell in for another. Panthers just unstoppable. Leewin fans filled the stands and braved the cold, and it was a cold one. Nearing the end of the game now, Dunker finds another gap and takes it all the way to the house, 38-0 now. But Forreston will finally have an answer. Jonathan Kobler on the carry, and he rumbles one in. But the comeback train started chugging a little too late. Lena Winslow does it again, 38-16 the final, and they are back in the state finals.
This game was really big. Everyone knew that. They knew that. We knew that. We knew that this is going to be a dogfight, and we came to play, and it really feels like, you know, you punch your ticket to Champaign, all your hard work pays off.
This game really meant a lot. Every yard we gained was good, and when we scored a touchdown, tried to let it all out.
We kind of take it for granted, some of us coaches, because we've been there a couple times, but it never gets old, that's for sure. And for these guys to feel that, you know, it's something they'll feel for the rest of their lives.
The Byron Tigers were also on a mission today to clinch a trip to state in Class 3A. They were back in Elmhurst, the scene of their big comeback win last year against IC Catholic. IC Catholic had not forgotten that one, though. On IC Catholic's third play from scrimmage, running back Joey Gliotta scores on a 9-yard run. It was 7-0. Byron's best scoring threat came late in the first quarter. Jacob Ross takes the pitch and gets inside the 10. But on 4th down and goal from the 3, Braden Smith rolls out, and his pass is going to be intercepted by Jesse Smith. He takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Gliotta gets another one of his 3 touchdown runs early in the third quarter, and it was 21-0. Later in the third, Knights quarterback Dennis Mandala delivers a pass on the money to Eric Carner. He stiff arms Braden Smith and goes 63 yards for a touchdown. The Knights added another long touchdown in the fourth quarter. Byron's season ends with a 35-0 loss. In Class 5A, the Sycamore Spartans were looking to stay undefeated as they hosted Nazareth Academy. Spartans here in the second, Eli Meyer pitches the ball to Tyler Curtis, and he finds his way in for the 9-yard touchdown. Spartans up 7-0. Roadrunners had a long drive, but they will settle for a 34-yard boot of a field goal by Zach Hayes. Score now 7-3 at the half. Late in the fourth, Logan Malachuk, looking to find a receiver, rolls out and then finds Zach Hayes for the score. Roadrunners now lead 10-7. Sycamore at the 30 with one last shot. Meyer looks, runs around outside the pocket, throws, and it's intercepted by Leroy Tittle, and that puts the dagger on the Spartans' season. Sycamore fought hard but lost to the Roadrunners 10-7. In some college football today, the Fighting Illini travel to the Big House to take on Michigan. Late in the third now, Chase Brown takes the handoff, breaks free, and he scores for the 37-yard touchdown. Illinois leads 17-10. But with under a minute left, Michigan gets downfield, and Jake Moody secures the 35-yard field goal for the win. Michigan stays undefeated, barely. 19-17, the final from Ann Arbor.
Another cold day today, and the first one interactive radar from Rockford Auto Glass showing clearing skies. Those clearing skies allowing temperatures to fall fairly quickly tonight, all the way down near single digits with sub-zero wind chills overnight. We're back into the 30s for tomorrow afternoon, though. A lot more sunshine for the early part of the week. Back up into the mid-40s, but still have to keep an eye on that weather system for the end of next week.
At least it's a little warmer, and it'll be a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.